Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to recognize two fine institutions in my home community that I grew up in, Gaston County in North Carolina. I grew up in that community, spent most of my life living in Gaston County, and there's an incredible story. Beginning in 1955, a newborn baby named Maria Morrow was brought to the Sisters of Mercy Mother House in Belmont, North Carolina. Maria was born with severe physical disabilities, and her mother was overwhelmed and unable to care for her. The Sisters of Mercy nuns took Maria in, and thus Holy Angels was born. Now, as word about Maria spread throughout the community, state, and country, in fact, more children with special needs began arriving at Holy Angels. As each new child arrived, the Sisters of Mercy worked to meet their needs. Funds were raised and necessary facilities were built. Over time, more professional nursing and medical staff were hired. Today, Holy Angels provides full-time resident care as well as physical therapy, day programs, and vocational programs through their Cherubs Cafe and Life Choices locations. Holy Angels CEO, Dr. Regina Moody, and her dedicated team of professionals continue to fulfill their promise that the Sisters of Mercy made when they took Maria in 60 years ago. They promised, and that promise is now enshrined in Holy Angels' motto: loving, living, and learning for the differently able. While Holy Angels has been serving needs for 60 years, their timeless spirit will be around forever in the families they've touched, in the lives they've touched, and how they've helped shape our community in Gaston County. So I honor Holy Angels and thank them for their service to not just those people in their midst that they're providing care for, but what they mean to our community. Now, we also hear stories of small businesses being around for 10 or 20 or 30 years, and it's amazing in and of itself that a small business can survive that long. But in my hometown of Gastonia, North Carolina, Tony's Ice Cream has been a landmark for over 100 years. Actually, in fact, this year marks their 100th anniversary. In 1915, an Italian immigrant named Carmine Coletta began Tony's as a horse-drawn wagon which served ice cream to those in Gastonia's Luray Mill Village. Eventually, the first store was opened and took the name Tony's in honor of Carmine's brother-in-law, who managed the store. The current location was built in the 1930s and now is run by Carmine Coletta's grandson and his children. Generations of Gaston County kids, me included, have grown up knowing there is no better milkshake than one from Tony's. In fact, my favorite is chocolate. So, to the Coletta family, I thank them for their service to their community, to our community, and really building an enduring institution for a century is such a significant achievement, especially given the challenges that we face as a country and in the economy. But they've meant a lot to their employees, but they've also meant so much to generations of children like myself, like me, and so many others, and what they've provided. So I thank the Coletta family. I honor them for their 100th anniversary. And I also thank, for the 60th anniversary, Holy Angels for their significant contribution. So, Mr. Speaker, it's an amazing place to grow up in Gaston County, and such great values, but also wonderful institutions there that I learned so much from as a child growing up there with my two brothers and two sisters and my parents. I've learned so much from them. So, Mr. Speaker, I thank you for this moment to recognize these fine institutions in Gaston County.